Coach Sullivan and I were talking about my Marshall High School alma mater state championship team from the late 50s. Had 5 players in that team going to college basketball, and George Wilson, who played 10 years in the pro, and Coach Sullivan was at Loyola Academy at the time. He remembered all of them, and M.C. Thompson's an Atlanta native now, the West End YMCA. There.
That's great, Bob.
I thought you'd want to know that, Jay. We have a 21-point veteran lead here with 6:06 remaining in this ball game, and Dominique Wilkins has certainly put on a show for everybody here, as has Michael Jordan and Boise Winters. Boise Winters out of Bradley University.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a young man by the name of Sean Cox. He's 80 years old. He's wearing a gray sweater. He's been missing since the game started.
We have Michael Jordan and Wes Matthews in the backcourt for the rookies. Uwe Blob at center, and the forwards are Alfrederick Hughes and Boise Winters. And sneaking in the back door is Alfrederick Hughes.
I don't think the veterans were ready.
Isaiah Thomas missing from long range. Wes Matthews on the run. And on the fall, Isaiah back against Blob. Drifts it off to Kevin Willis with the jam. I don't think the rookies are going to be able to pull this one out. I was starting to think they had time to come back, but the time was running down, and Wes Matthews goes down hard. The shot was blocked by Doc Rivers. Hope that young man's all right. I think he's okay. Yes.
170 pounds.
Dripping wet.
And even that's questionable.
Here it is.
But he stays with it. Oh, Mark had grabbed his arm. Even Mark came by the score to say he's light.
Yeah, we have seriously questioned Wes Matthews' weight here tonight. He's listed at 6'1" and 171 pounds. We're guessing maybe 145. It's his free throw.
Well, maybe it's because they say he's 6'1", so they figure he should be 170 pounds.
And 20 points tonight for Wes Matthews, who, as Charlie mentioned earlier, is looking for work, free agent in the NBA.
And he can play. He's a good talent.
Isaiah Thomas against Wes Matthews. Let's watch this one-on-one matchup. Didn't fall, but Kevin Willis is there. I don't know, as you mentioned, I don't know who can stop the great NBA stars one-on-one. Nobody. Probably.
It takes 5 guys on one team to stop the good players. It really does. I mean, all these guys can play the game, and it's just a matter of them getting the opportunity to play. They're just too good for any one player to stop.
Tried to get it down low, but down low is a misnomer, that's for sure. I mean low in the paint, up high, down low. The Boise Winters couldn't handle it. Thomas,
that's why they say, excuse me, Bob, that's why they say team defense.
Willis, by the way, you saw him miss a shot a minute ago from about 18 feet. That was his first miss in this quarter. He is 6 of 8 from the floor in this quarter. 159-140, veterans leading the rookies. 4:38 remaining in the basketball game. Kenny Patterson back in for the rookies team. Gives to Boise Winters. Hits from 17. And Boise Winters has been playing very well and scoring well in this half. He has 19. Product of Bradley University in Peoria, Illinois. Mark Aguirre down low out of DePaul. Takes it past Cliff Livingston. Here comes Air Jordan. Isolated by himself on the left side. Tried to get it off inside to Livingston. Tipped away by Herb Williams. Magic Johnson to Dominique. Too many people down in there. Mark Aguirre gets it loose and back up and in. Patterson. Fouled by Aguirre as he tried to drive the lane. 163-142 the veterans are leading here.
They're playing
21.
Defense. They're playing defense.
This could be the lowest scoring of the 4 Push Excel Pro Basketball Classics. A defensive matchup here tonight. There was a disagreement as to whether or not there was a foul to be called on that play. But obviously it has been called against Mark Aguirre, and Patterson goes to the line. Rolls it around and out. Kenny Patterson is in a tough size situation himself. He's out of DePaul University, drafted to the Indiana Pacers, and it'll be tough for him to make a pro squad. It's tough for anybody. I forgot the numbers, Charlie Chris, but as anybody knows, you out of New Mexico State and via the minor league basketball before you finally got into the pros, so many great players and so few positions.
That's right. That's very true. And nowadays, even for so-called point guards, as people would name them, you have to be able to score. There's no more such thing as a guard just dishing the ball off. You have to be able to put the ball in the basket.
Like that. Dominique
Well, not quite that spectacular.
Cliff Livingston from Jordan, blocked away, controlled by Johnson. Court length pass, intercepted by Patterson. Jordan. Thomas back quickly to Wilkins. Back at you. 40 points for Dominique Wilkins. Michael Jordan can't fall from the right baseline. Isaiah Thomas, 3-on-1. Dominique, 42.
And what, 12 dunks?
We may need to keep that stat in this game next year. Michael Jordan. Too much traffic. What a pass.
Too much traffic.
It looked like too much traffic. And we have a timeout on the floor with only 2:11 remaining in this game. Veterans leading 169-146 over the rookies. Hope you've enjoyed this contest from Chicago Stadium tonight as much as we have and as much as this 20,000 capacity crowd has. As you look at Mark Aguirre and Herb Williams on the veteran squad. And we mention once again that these fellows donate their time to this cause, the Push Excel cause, these highly paid professional athletes. And they've been playing in several of these games, not just the Push Excel game, but playing on the West Coast, playing in New York and Washington, D.C. and here.
You don't find very many guys that'll play in games like this over the summer. They just don't feel that it's necessary. But what they don't realize is not a matter of whether it's necessary. They are giving something back to the community. I mean, the young kids that come out and see these guys play, it's a fans type of entertainment.
There's Gene Sullivan, head coach at Loyola University, who is the honorary coach of the veterans team tonight. You were looking at John Thompson down at the other end. John Thompson had his players wave at the camera. You see how much coaching Gene did. He was listening to the players decide who was going to go back in there. But Gene Sullivan, one of the class men in college basketball. He was an assistant basketball coach at Notre Dame when Austin Carr was a great star there. He used to coach at Loyola Academy in Chicago. And, of course, his Loyola Ramblers from here in Chicago had an exceptional year last year. He lost a lot of those players, though, and is in a rebuilding situation. That was Michael Jordan with the basket. Jordan has 33. Thomas with 153 around Patterson.
That's a good example of one guy trying to guard one.
Michael Jordan missing the dunk. It is definitely showtime now. Patterson thought Alfrederick Hughes was going to go, but Livingston was there. 21-point veteran lead. No doubt about the outcome of the game. There is a doubt about some of the performances we'll see, like that. As we have just showtime for the next minute and a half. As though the rest of the game hasn't been. Livingston back.
It's on a scale from